To certain public jobs. Nowadays you find them in the streets, you know, really lament, that's criminalizing. By punching somebody just because you don't want somebody else to perform. Give you a lot of time. I think none of the time you have to get. I've now had this whole at the expense.
Hot water? Yes. Kabisa iko sawa. It is true, no, there are small things.
Mary?
Good people, please be taking some cutaways.
Including family.
Neighbors which was the neighbors who met.
Thank you, members of the press. We are requesting Parliament to expedite the law. There's already several drafts, I think there are 2 or 3, that are already in the process for defining the criteria for the removal of governor from office, so that we save the country and the nation and counties a lot of wasted time and resources on matters that actually do not meet the threshold. So we are appealing to the Senate and to the National Assembly to finalize with those bills so that it is very clear on the procedure and that which constitutes violations that warrant for removal from office for a governor.
You'll remember in the first case of impeachment, Governor Kawira was impeached even before she set the structures of her government. So what is it that a governor would have committed before she has actually even formed a cabinet for her to be impeached? You know, we shouldn't be impeaching each other because we don't like each other or because we had a rough battle in the elections. And this is why it's important to set an objective criteria, which then establishes a predictable sort of threshold as to what constitutes, unimpeachable offense. We appreciate that there are global challenges and that those also are having an effect on us as a country. Our shilling isn't doing well, and of course that has pervasive effect on a lot of things, the price of fuel, and all these things also affect us as counties, because we also, in our establishment costs, in our operations at county level, as we fuel ambulances, as we do work on the ground, these things have an effect on us. And we, through the IBEC, will work together with national government to try and see what it is that we need to do, because the question of the cost of living for ordinary Kenyans is a question for all of us.
That during the summit meeting held in February, chaired by His Excellency the President, it was resolved that RMLF would be reverted to the counties at the rate of 20% for the financial year 2023-2024. It has come to our attention that the National Assembly has appropriated these resources to constituency, which is blatantly against the Constitution. The Council demands that the summit resolutions be implemented, failure to which we will have no alternative other than to seek legal redress. That it has come to our attention that the resources for the MES equipment under the Ministry of Health have been reallocated to other components. This goes contrary to the intergovernmental participatory agreements signed between the county governments and the Ministry of Health. We appeal to the national government through the Ministry of Health to reverse this decision. It has come to our attention that the Social Health Insurance Act will favor the private sector facilities at the expense of the public institutions. We therefore appeal that these issues are corrected forthwith with the regulations that are currently being developed. That the allocation of the 250 million grant by the national government to the remaining 29 counties to be provided through the supplementary budget of financial year 2023-2024 for the implementation of the county aggregation and industrial parks, the KIPES.
Because when a legislation inserts clauses that makes it difficult to access money that's already budgeted and appropriated by our county assemblies, by requiring additional agreements with National Treasury on a one-to-one level, by requiring, again, going back to the assembly on every individual conditional grant, it also affects our economy, because this is money that should be available in our counties to do work to improve the economy.
That the Council received a report by IGRTC on the unbundling of the devolved functions that are still outstanding at the national level. It was brought to our attention that approximately for every 1 shilling allocated to the county governments, 70 cents is retained by various MDAs on devolved functions. We have agreed on speedy finalization of the unbundling, costing, and transfer of all the devolved functions, and this issue will be one of the subject matters in the upcoming summit next month. The Council requests for the reconvening of the El Nino Response and Mitigation Committee to supplement the financing of the interventions being undertaken by the counties in response to the ravaging El Nino rains. The Council of Governors appeals to the national government to rescind the decision on coordination and management of development partners framework, even for devolved functions.
Subiri. Songoja
siku mbili
walionelea kwa sababu ya culture yetu, watu ambao ni viongozi kwa jamii wakifika boma yako lazima waoneshe ya kwamba wanajua mko na wanafurahia ile kazi ambayo tunafanya kwa county government all over the republic. Ndiposa wakasema ya kwamba wangependa sana waje watusalamie, watupee presents, na pia kuna vile sisi wanga tunapeana presents wale ambao wanatoka pastoralist communities. Hii ndio zawadi yetu, na wamesema kwa sababu tumesikia governors karibu 5 ama 6 ienda ikawa watabaki kama wakina Mutai